Hello students and welcome back to the video lecture series of web programming. Today's topic is asynchronous versus synchronous mode. Introduction. I am your instructor Ms. Shruti Raval. So let us start with today's lecture, and the first thing that comes to your mind is, ma'am, what do you mean by this synchronous and asynchronous mode? So we will try to study this synchronous and asynchronous with respect to JavaScript, but before that let us take a simple example in real life to understand what do you mean by synchronous and what do you mean by asynchronous. So for example, this is you and you have two tasks to be completed. So you are asking your friend to complete this task. So what are the two tasks? You are telling your friend that can you do these two tasks. The first task is you have to fetch medicines from Sanand. So if you know that there is a nearby village called Sanand and your medicines are available in Sanand only. So you are telling your friend the first task is to fetch the medicines from Sanand. The second task is, because after taking medicines you are able to eat a cake. So you are telling your friend that after you come here you have to fetch a cake from Danjidams. Okay, so these are the two tasks that you are telling your friend to complete. Now what will your friend do? Your friend will first complete task 1. So here you can see that your friend is going to Sanand, taking the medicine from the medical shop and getting it back to you. So this task 1, for example, it is taking X hours. So can this task 1 be done parallelly with task 2? No, because you are asking only one friend to complete both of the tasks. So what this friend will do, he or she will randomly choose one of the tasks. So in my case, my friend has chosen the first task to complete first. So it is taking X hours to get completed. So as soon as you are getting the medicine, what will happen? Yes, your friend will complete task 2. So after fetching you the medicine, your friend will go to bakery, that is Danjidams, take the cake and give it back to you. So task 2, for completing task 2, it is taking Y hours. So if you recall, X hours for task 1, Y hours for task 2. So what is the total time? You know that the total time which my friend has taken to complete both this task is X plus Y. So if he or she has taken 2 hours for completing task 1 and 1 hour for completing task 2, my duration, total duration for completion of both this task is X plus Y, that is 3 hours. Now imagine, instead of 2 tasks, there are hundreds of tasks to be completed and you are telling your friend to complete these hundreds of tasks. What will happen? One by one, if your friend is completing this task, you know that the total duration of the completion of every task will be the addition of this individual duration, and that will take forever. This sort of thing is known as synchronous. It means that after completion of one task, only you can start the another task. That is known as synchronous mode. Okay, so what do you mean by synchronous mode? The scenario which we have discussed above is known as synchronous mode, and this is exactly how our JavaScript code is run by default. It goes line by line, performing each task at a time. Right. So whatever you have written at the topmost of the script in JavaScript, that is executed first. Whatever function you have written in the upper portion of the script, it is executing that function and then moving towards the downward side. As soon as it completes task 1, that is your first portion, then only it jumps to the second task. Simultaneous completion is not performed in JavaScript. So what does this mean? That before moving to the other one, the last task or the command in the code to run, all the code above it should be executed. So if you know that if there is an error in the function exactly above my function, what will happen? The lower portion of function will not be executed because the script is exited from that portion where you find an error, because it is coming from top portion line by line, executing the code and then coming downwards. Now JavaScript code, why it is doing such thing? Because it is executed using single thread. It is not having multiple thread, and if a function was to take some time to finish it, it would freeze everything else in the meantime. So executing one thing at a time is nothing but it is synchronous. Okay, again let us get a more idea about synchronous. So we can come to a conclusion that by default JavaScript is synchronous, blocking and single threaded language. This simply means that one operation will be performed or progressed at a particular time. Now if you recall, we had a function called alert. If you recall the pop-up boxes in JavaScript, we have an alert box. So you know that when you get this alert box, for example, you have a JavaScript code, you have called this alert somewhere. As soon as that alert is popped, can you interact with any other thing in the script? No, only when you click that OK button of the alert box, you can interact with other things on your web page. Why so? Because when this function is called, everything else on the JavaScript web page is freezed. So this alert function, that is the best example of the function that your whole web page is stuck and you cannot interact anything until you dismiss this alert by clicking OK on that alert box. So this is very frustrating. So is there any sort of problem in synchronous? Yes. So here you can see again there is one example. So for example, I have written console.log start, and after that I have a for loop. So for I is equal to 0, I less than 20, I plus plus, I have printed console.log I. Okay, so I am starting the loop from 0 till 20, I less than 20, I am iterating in the loop and I am printing the value of I, and then I have returned console.log end. So there are three things that I am doing. The first console I am printing something, then I am in for loop printing something, and in the third thing I am printing end. Now what will be the output of this code? This is the output. The first thing that is printed is console.log start, because my execution will start from the topmost line that I have written in JavaScript. So start will be printed. After that my execution will go to the for loop. So here you can see until my for loop is completed, printing, that is 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, then 4 till 20, it will print all the I, and then only my console.log end will be printed. Till then this console.log end has to be blocked. It is not printed before this or in between, right? So this is a problem in synchronous. For example, instead of 20, what if my I is less than 2000 and I want to perform the task after this loop immediately? Am I able to do so? No. So this is the problem in synchronous mode. So what is the solution? The solution is asynchronous mode. So what do you mean by asynchronous mode? Let us shift to our friend's example. Now again I want to complete both the tasks, that is I want to complete taking medicines from Sanand and taking a cake from Denji Dumps, but instead of one friend, because I am a friendly person, so I have two friends and I am assigning both the tasks simultaneously to my friends. So for first friend I am telling please you go to Sanand and fetch some medicine. Second friend I am telling can you fetch some chocolate cake from Denji Dumps. So this is parallel processing, you can say, which I am performing, and you can see that both the friends go to perform the task at the same time. The start time is same. It is a possibility that the end time is not same because Sanand is far away and task 2 is easier, Denji Dumps in Ahmedabad. So task 1 may complete in X hours, that is 2 hours, and task 2 may complete by another friend in Y hours. What is the total time? The total time is, if X is greater than Y, if 2 hours is greater than 1, then my task, the total duration of both the tasks is basically 2 hours, because the second task duration is subset of the first task, because both the tasks were started at the same time. They were not waiting for each other. So my friend 1 was not waiting for friend 2 to complete the task, neither was my friend 2 waiting for friend 1 to complete the task. They were both simultaneously working. Okay, so So this is the solution in asynchronous mode. So asynchronous mode is exactly the scenario that we have discussed, and this is known as asynchronous model of programming, which means you can execute multiple things at a time and you don't have to wait for the current code to finish before moving to the next one. Now can JavaScript be manipulated for this asynchronous mode? Yes, JavaScript can be manipulated to behave in an asynchronous way, and that is the reason that we are learning this asynchronous mode. Now there are certain things that we can do with JavaScript. For example, async, await, promises and callbacks come into picture, and they are used to make this default synchronous nature of JavaScript into asynchronous nature. So asynchronous mode is in nutshell coming into the picture because we want JavaScript to be defined from single threaded blocking to become multi-threaded, and it must provide an ability to perform multiple tasks simultaneously instead of its default nature in which it performs multiple tasks only sequentially. This changes our definition of JavaScript from synchronous blocking single threaded, that my JavaScript can be manipulated to become asynchronous, non-blocking and multi-threaded. Now in asynchronous mode, you know that JavaScript is basically executed client side, and many many JavaScript engines are there in different browsers. For example, there are JavaScript engines like V8, SpiderMonkey, Rhino, KJS, Chakra, etc. Now all these engines have web APIs that are responsible for handling asynchronous code in the background. So whenever you have a call stack which recognizes the functions like async, await, set timeout, etc., which are nothing but they are asynchronous functions of web API, they are passed to be handled by the browser. So once those tasks are completed by the browser, they return and pushed back onto the stack as a callback. So what happens? This happens. For example, if you have set timeout example, so here you can see I have console.log start, then I have written set timeout, and console.middle I have delayed it for 1000 seconds. Okay, so set timeout is basically asynchronous mode. I have delayed it till 1000 seconds, and then I have written console.log end. So what will happen? Asynchronously start will be executed because this is 1000 seconds delayed, this printing of middle. Instead of waiting 1000 seconds, this console.length end will be executed immediately, and then after 1000 seconds this middle which has to be printed will be executed. So what happens? I am not waiting for the previous task to get completed, and I am completing my task. This is known as asynchronous mode of programming in JavaScript. So I hope it is clear what do you mean by synchronous mode of programming, what do you mean by asynchronous mode of programming. Now in next lecture we will see Ajax introduction, and so this was all about today's lecture. Thank you.